to prepare this, but like I said, my roommate gets up at the last minute too because he takes a long ride to work, so he doesn't have to be alert when he leaves, and so he gets up at 4:45, and that's when lights go on. I hear him moving around, and that's when I feel like I can move around, and so I'm like, trying to get ready. Of course, I don't have to work too long on my hair these days. A little bit further, and you'll be picking your nose, Candy.
I need to think about this idea before making a decision.
Okay, but don't let your finger slip into your nose. That would
Um,
be rude.
not enter, not enter. That's above here.
I know, I know. I need to blank this idea before making a decision. Oh, I thought you were talking to me. You wanted to say A?
Yep.
Okay, but let's choose a better word. That would fit. But what is a
Ponder.
level up? Ponder. Ponder. See, this one has two acceptable answers, but you're looking to level up, guys. So your brain's going to choose the easiest one, if there is an option or a familiar one, and you guys level up. Ponder is to think about. Did you know that, Candy?
Yep, I know this word.
Well, dude, I'm about to level up. Let me find the other ones. The ones in the beginning were really challenging. Let's go way up here. Yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, it's on now like Donkey Kong. Um, hmm Let me copy these and put them on my Word document. All right, Candy. I don't see Moneta typing any answers. Do you? Moneta, are you typing any answers?
Maybe she's working.
Oh, good point. She might be. She might be. Thank you for that. Oh, I thought I just wrote that. No way. These are the hard ones? Shut up. Really? Oh, here we go. Okay. 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 Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay, this one's going to be good. This one's going to be good. Let me separate it from the rest. Okay, guys, you ready? What's the answer here,
I
guys, in the
want I
chat?
want to choose B.
What is B? Can you read it all with your answer, please? Read
Elated.
the
Elated.
No,
Actually,
read the statement with your answer, please.
okay. Her excitement was elated when she received the job offer.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
I don't like the way that's written. Yeah, her excitement was elated. I don't like the way that sounds. I would say she was elated when she received the job offer. I don't like the way that's written. That's why you gotta watch ChatGPT. But good answer. That's the right answer, guys. Yeah. Okay, elated. Okay. These are a little bit upper level, guys. We'll shift down when Candy goes. She's only staying a little bit. She's got an appointment tomorrow, but um let's see. Okay. How about this one? Don't hesitate to raise your hands either, guys. We'll get you up here. It takes me a mo
Just
it ta-
now, there are more than four people are raising their hand, but now
Oh, are there?
no one.
Well, and I'll
The
tell you why. Because most of them are guys, and guys will only wait about 35 seconds, and if I don't choose them, they go away. It's just very typical, and it makes me reinforce my decision not to choose them because they have a focused agenda that's not patient most of the time. I'm not saying that these guys maybe something came up and they had to go, or maybe they're limited in time and they wanted to go someplace where they can participate. But I have to encourage you guys, don't make the stage time your only focus. Look at how active the chat is. You have to get something out of it whether you get on the stage or not. And, because you'll spend the rest of the evening frustrated that you didn't get on stage instead of thinking about the examples we're giving. So you're only robbing yourself. Um, it's just word of advice. I've seen it a couple hundred times. And guys, if that wasn't your case, I didn't mean to group you with everybody else. It's just so often that it's easy to group together. Okay, Candy, let's go. Come on, come on, let's go.
The teacher asks the students to uh, uh, undertake, speculate, speculate the implications of their findings.
Did you look at the chat at all?
Yep.
I can see your eyes. Turn off your chat. Click on your screen and turn off your chat. Candy, is that the answer written on your hand? She's like, what? No. Whoa, what? That's it. After class, you got to clean the boards. That's it.
What is it? It's a tea? Coffee?
Um, I wanted to make hot chocolate, which here the Mexican hot chocolate is a like a block of chocolate that you have to heat with milk on the stove, and I didn't have time. So I put it with milk, and then I realized the milk was cold. When I needed something hot, I put coffee in it, but it just made it warm. So it was supposed to be hot chocolate, but I failed. The teacher asked the students to speculate the implications of their findings. What does that mean to speculate?
Guess?
Not guess, but close. Close. Not guess. What would be another word?
Mm,
What would be another word for speculate, guys? Any synonym searchers out there? What's another word for speculate? And you can synonym search Candy if you want to.
yes.
Speculate. I know, Mr. Fox. It's a long story. It's a long story, sir. Speculate. You guys, at this point, it's not cheating to use another electronic device or to freeze yourself and look it up because we're trying to learn. We want the impact of the challenge, but we also want the satisfaction of discovering. So don't hesitate at this point to go ahead and look it up for synonyms. Find out other words that mean speculate.
I didn't find it. Assume? Assume.
Assume. Okay, that's the only thing that came up.
No.
Surmise. Wow, good one, Kylie. Surmise. Surmise.
Wow.
Ky Kylie, did I know you from before? Your name is very rare. Kylie. I knew a Kylie a while ago.
Um, assume.
Conjecture, theorize. Hiba's on it. Thank you, Hiba. Suppose. I'll accept that. That's good, Bahar. She's like, good. That's what the computer told me. You have to accept it, Jonathan. Conjecture, theorize, suppose. Yeah, so kind of, it's not really guess. It's like consider or ponder, meaning to weigh, speculate, or like project. With this information, what do you suppose would be the outcome, right? Like, you know what I mean? Not guess. Guessing's more random and less controlled. But you want to kind of just, you know what I mean? Speculate. Candy, with all of the preparation you've done, can you speculate how the party's going to go? So you know everything
Hmm.
you've done leading up to that. Can you speculate or project or consider how you think the party will go based on your planning, based on your supplies? If everything is executed the right way, you can speculate. And in speculation, you can go, oh, oh, I need to get some more of
Hmm.
this, right? Because you're thinking that's not going to be enough for everybody who's coming. Oh, so you kind of part of planning projection. Cool, cool, cool. I wanted to take you guys a little deeper. I don't want it to be a drive-by, like a flash in the pan, and you guys forget it, okay? It's not just me wanting to talk, really, really, really. All right, this is a good one, Candy, because people will normally use one of these linking transitional words over and over and over again without looking at the other ones. And it gets a little tiring to listen to, frankly. When you know they're learning English, you're more tolerant. But if you use a variety of these linking words, it does make you sound more educated. It's really nice. So let me erase the answer and separate the text and show it to you. These are linking and transition words. Okay.
Hmm. The proposal is excellent. Uh, okay, what? I couldn't see the last word. Issues?
Mm.
Uh, forever. However,
Any guesses in the chat? Don't read the chat, Candy,
no,
because they're not
no,
right.
no, no, no.
Okay. What's they doing? We is learning the English. I'm just kidding. It was really bad English. I'm sorry. All right.
Say maybe C.
I
Furthermore,
did. I did, Aaron. Thank you for mentioning it. You're the first person. Why would you do that? Why would you switch from however to furthermore?
mm, because I need to match with proposal is excellent. So I need to combine the sentence.
Right. They're all linking and transition words, but why would you choose one over the other?
Mm, I don't think, however, is suitable uh for the following sentence. I think furthermore is more.
You're right. Keep your confidence. You're right. It's better. It's better. And it's because of what it says in the second part. It says blank, it addresses all the key issues. However, is one of the words that gets overused without considering the connected text. So it is a linking word. It is probably one of the most common ones. It's a safe one, but it's not completely accurate there. It will link them, but it doesn't make much sense. Listen, the proposal is excellent. However, it addresses all the key issues. There's no, however means opposite of the first statement or contrary to the first statement, right? Like, um, he's really tall, but he has a big nose. I don't
Mm,
know if that
mm,
was a good example, but it's a detraction from the original statement. And in this case, it continues
mm,
on, right? The proposal is excellent. It addresses all the key issues. Sounds very good. So it sounds like something additional or something further. So, furthermore, right? In addition to the proposal being excellent, or because the proposal is excellent, it addresses all the key issues. So, it's a very good proposal. Consequently means something also adverse or like a sidetrack. Yeah, but furthermore is a great choice. Do you guys want to see it again to lock it in? Detraction. Oh, Candy's writing down stuff. Good. And you guys don't ever hesitate because I learned English by listening and by my brain. comparing things. I've been wrong a few times. Like when I got older and heard the proper use, I realized I was imitating something I had heard or I thought I heard, and I was wrong. Like the expression taking it for granted. Taking it for granted, I thought they meant granite, like the rock,
Hmm.
because I heard someone say taking it for granted. So I used to say that for years. And I was trying to reason with it when I got into the Home Depot industry. And I thought, oh, maybe it was fake countertop for the kitchen, and they were taking it or believing that it was the real thing. They were taking it for granted. They were believing it was granite when it was fake. I was trying to make sense of it. And then I heard somebody speaking very proper English say taking it for granted. And I was like, is that
We
the
all
real
know it.
word? Yeah.
We
And
all
so
know
I had to correct myself after many years of thinking I was speaking flowery speech, but I was wrong. I was wrong. So don't worry if you need to
flowery.
correct me. Yeah, correct me.
Flowery.
Flowery.
Ah, it sucks about the subtitles.
Oh, yeah, and they get in the way, right? And you can't turn them off. It's so odd. They would give you a feature you couldn't remove. You can minimize it, but you can't turn it off.
Mm,
Do you know now they offer people a certain amount of money to get subtitles during a show if you're not VIP?
I don't
At least
know.
they did it on the voice room for I don't know why they popped it up for me. Come to think of it. Um, but it popped up and said, you know, you can have subtitles for this many coins during this broadcast. So I thought, why don't you let the host pay that for people to have subtitles the whole time? But fell on deaf ears. Okay, you ready for another one? Because Candy's getting ready to go. She's got an appointment early
Yep,
in the morning.
yep.
All right, one
The
more,
last one.
Candy.
Yep, one more.
I'm trying
Do
to.
you need to go
How
to
about it?
work today?
I do, but in several hours.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna know that one. I'm trying to find a good one, Candy. Hold on. Okay. All right, let's try this one. This is Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh no, you've said that before. Okay. Let me separate this. I got one. I got one.
As for the coldness, you can buy some down jacket to keep warm.
I am wearing down. What are you talking
It's
about?
not the down jacket. I will show you what is the down jacket in my city.
The heck is that? Is that oh, it's a sleeve? Oh, you mean like a heavier one, like a winter coat?
Yep, it's very warm because
This
lowest temperature will be no, almost 24 or 25
below?
degrees below zero.
Wow. Wow. Okay, here we go. Idiomatic expressions. See if you could figure this one out, young lady, before you go.
To make everyone feel comfortable at the meeting, he tried. I couldn't see it clearly. Because he tried to break the ice.
Whoa. I. Say
I,
I.
I,
Okay.
I,
You
I,
it sounded like you
I.
said something else. Break the ice. I was
Am I
like, what
right?
the?
Ice,
Ice. Yeah. No
ice,
I. No ah. I. I.
I, I. Am I right?
Yes. It
Break
sounded
the
like
ice, ice,
ice. Yes.
ice,
Yes. Like ice. Yeah.
ice. Break the
It's
ice,
break the ice. You got to be some of these
ice.
vowels. You got to be careful to emphasize them, guys. To make everyone feel comfortable at the meeting, he tried to break the ice. I like your scarf. Thank you. Thank you very much. And but Candy, I loaded
No,
another one for you because I
ice,
figured. Yeah. Don't say
ice.
ah. Don't say ah. Say I. Okay.
I. You are really, really.
Read the whole thing. What are you doing? You are really blank by identifying the root causes of the problem. Oh no, you've,
You
you've,
really
hmm you have
just
really,
close. hit the nail 不对
uh,
A burn the midnight oil. I guess.
you guessed right the first time. You've really, anybody? Where are you guys at? The whole, burn them, no, it's wrong. That's wrong though. Saravanana. Solidity says C.
This is not correct. I want you to see.
Yeah, you choose C at first. Hi, Safidi. Safidi. Yeah, you're correct. You've really hit the nail on the head by identifying the root cause of the problem. It's an idiomatic expression. It means you
Mm,
really nailed it, is another way of saying it. You nailed it.
okay, so I want to let you support me the pronunciation of ice again.
Like your eye,
I,
ice.
ice,
Yeah.
ice,
When you say it sloppy, it sounds like an A sound, and that would not be a
I,
cool saying.
A, snow and ice.
Ice, exactly.
Okay,
All right, go get some rest. See
okay.
you later. See you later,
Bye
alligator.
bye.
And
Bye
enjoy
bye.
your badminton. Will you play badminton tomorrow? You need to.
No, no,
What?
we have the annual party for one department, so I'm the MC to host the activity.
2 weeks
So
in a
there's
row. No
I
badminton.
didn't
2 weeks in a
play it.
row.
I played last Sunday.
Oh, Sunday you did. Okay. All right. See you later. Get some sleep. All right.
Bye bye.
Bye. Take care. All right, guys, there is a space open. And so if you want to join me, we're doing different expressions or different sayings or different word enhancements for common expressions. So who would be the brave one to join me up on stage? Um, yeah. Okay, I know this happens all the time, guys. Don't don't feel bad, guys. Don't feel bad. But when guys come on here, they don't pay attention to the topic and they normally take us somewhere else. So we have a topic. If you have a specific question, you don't have to come on stage to ask me. You can text me directly, ask me the question. You don't have to come on stage and reroute the whole live stream just to ask a common question that we get all the time. So please click on my name and message me directly and ask me your question. There's no need to come on the live stream with 100 people in the audience and ask me a question that's common, okay? So um, we're trying to help people level up their English. We're trying to do it through an exercise that we prepared. And so if you guys are here to level up your English, that's what we're doing. I welcome you if you're new here. We have a variety of topics. Sometimes they're deep, sometimes they're on the surface. Sometimes they're advanced, sometimes they're for new beginners. And today, this is our topic. We're enhancing common phrases with new words. And so, if you're here to do that, I see you, but I'm not convinced that's what you're here for, Saeed. So, if you're here for that, if you're here for our exercise, I'll take a chance and bring you on stage. But if you reroute us to another topic, I'm going to be a little more direct and remove you from stage because we're here for a topic. All right. And those of you who feel you're ready for this, raise your hand. If you're ready for this topic, then raise your hand. But please be prepared for this. And it's not your fault, guys. It's just that most, most guys who join our live stream are not patient to wait for their place on stage. And when they're on stage, they often take over and go another direction. They have a common question that I could easily answer in a direct message, or they don't even know what the topic is. They just raise their hands because they want to get on stage. So we're not doing that today. Yeah. See, Saeed, see? You see? You don't even know what the topic is, sir. You don't even know that the topic is at the top of the screen. So we're a community with many people in our community, and we welcome people stopping by to visit. I get it, but we're also trying to enhance our community. Okay, okay, okay. Well, let me know. Let me know when you're ready. All right. I know you want to be on stage, Billy, but do you know what the topic is? Billy, what is the topic, Billy? Many people really want to be on stage, guys. I'm not trying to be mean, but they see the amount of people we have in our live stream and they want to be on stage. So we're not doing that here. So I know, Billy, I know you really want to be on stage. Yeah, see, you don't even know the topic just coming in. Well, Billy, the topic is at the top of everyone's screen. It says it, and when you clicked on our live stream, it said what the topic is. I'm not trying to put you out there in public. I'm just saying for all of you listening, come ready for the topic instead of just focused on being on stage. Being on stage is not going to change your whole life of English learning. Tickled pink. It just means excited. It's an expression. I think it's either idiomatic or a phrasal verb, and it just means excited. I'm tickled pink about the gift I got or about going to Disneyland. I'm tickled pink. Yeah. You guys can ask those questions down in the chat and we can get at them faster. There's a lot of common questions that people ask, guys. It's why I made videos and podcasts. Um, and I know they're important to you. They take a long time to explain. And so um, please forgive me for bypassing them today. I just want to bring exercises like this that enhance some of you who are just coming here. Um, I want to give a chance for you to be enhanced in your English, to be enhanced. Okay, let me drink some of this. I see. Yeah, there's no heat. There's no heat in my house. In fact, I want to turn it on though. California, but in the hills of California near Santa Barbara. No, I'm finishing a cough, guys. I had a little. No, look at the top, Billy. Yeah, it is. It's great here. The top is, it's sometimes it's scrolling, guys, or you can go back. It says enhancing common phrases with new words. Enhancing common phrases with new words. I'll type it so that it's there. There we go. I get up very early for you guys. Absolutely. I need to pin that. I almost forgot to pin it. Pin it at the top. Okay, there we go. Now it's up there. You guys can see the topic, okay? Well, you're welcome. I have things that I'm going to put up on the screen, guys. So I have expressions that Candy was just doing, and you have to pick an answer. And this will enhance your English. So some of you who are just beginners, um, this may not be the topic for you today. We have a different topic every day. We try to be focused, even when we have fun, because your time is valuable. And Hello Talk used to be a very serious English learning app, but in the last year or two, they opened it to everyone. So we have a lot of people who do silly, flirty things to try to get gifts and exchange. We don't want your gifts. We just want your time and hope you to level up your English. And if that's not why you're here, it's okay. I'm glad you came by. It's nice to see you. But you might look around and find there's other live streamers who are doing different things, maybe at your level, or maybe they're doing casual talk, or they just invite everybody on stage. But we do something not only for the people on stage, but we also want the people in the audience to be enhanced by what we do. So I'm not trying to be rude with you guys. I don't mean to make you feel slighted, but I want this time to be productive. I got up early this morning, just after 4 a.m., to prepare this topic today. And, we want to use it for whoever wants it. And I do work today, guys. I do work today. So I'm not putting that out there, but you guys are sacrificing a lot to develop your English, and so I can sacrifice with you in my way and prepare topics that are useful to you where you're at in your stage. A lot of the other questions that people ask can be answered anywhere online. You can search it on YouTube, you can search it on TikTok, and you can find someone to explain how to learn English faster, how to memorize vocabulary. They're very, very common questions, and you can find that answer a lot of places. Exactly, Omar. Exactly. Well, no, you're not stupid. You're new here, Billy. So it's at the top of the screen. It's also at the top of the chat. I pinned it there. Now maybe your app's malfunctioning. Joanna, no, I'm a communicator. So I like to communicate, not talk. Talkers do not care where the words land. They just go on and on. But for me, I like to look at you guys on video. My brain will see if you're accepting or understanding it, and we can make a connection where you can feel enhanced or encouraged by our time together. And that is the goal. It's to encourage you, it's to help you to be enhanced, it's to maybe give you tips on how to reach your goals. English fluency is a long pathway, it's a long time. It takes a long time to get there. I'm not a professional English teacher. I'm someone who enjoys communicating and connecting with other people. And many of you have said that you understand my English easily and clearly. So I know that can be encouraging to those of you listening. Yeah, I'm very old. I'm an old man. I'm an old man. Can't you hear my can't you hear my grumpiness? I'm grumpy like an old man. Hi, I'm doing fine, Linda. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Well, guys, if there's no interest in this current topic, well, let's see what Maggie wants to say. Hi,
Hi there.
Maggie.
Hi, Jonathan.
How are
I'm
you?
great.
It's good to see you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. See, you're wearing something warm also. Is it cold there?
Yeah. But it's in the room. It's not so cold, but maybe I'll get a little bit nervous and I will be a little bit hot.
Oh, okay. Maybe. I don't know. Is someone coming to make us nervous? Who's coming? Is someone here?
Talking to
Yeah.
people makes me
Oh,
nervous.
does Well, Maggie, I'm going to show you how comfortable our community is because this is not a performance or a production, we're a
Mhm.
community. And it's
Yeah.
easier now that my background in my studio before when I lived in Nevada, I had different colors and a bookshelf, and it looked a little more professional than just this blank wall.
Mhm.
But you'll see that we're just people. We're just people on a live stream, and we want to help your English to grow. So don't just shake it off.
Okay.
Just shake it off.
Shake,
I
shake, shake.
understand you. Yeah, shake it off. I understand you completely. I'm a communicator, so there are very few people that I don't understand. My brain can connect with people who are deaf or people who are, I can connect with people. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Mhm.
Let me ask you some questions that I know you know the answer to.
Mhm.
Where do you live?
I live in the northeastern part of China.
Oh, probably near Candy. Candy lives in the northeast of China also.
Oh, I live
Yeah,
in
I
Changchun,
can't
more
I
specifically.
can't I can't remember her city, and I've known her for years. It's so bad. I hope she's not listening now as she goes to sleep. But um, she lives in the northeast of China also. Um, and she'll probably correct me tomorrow and say northwest. But anyway, okay, good. And why do you want to level up your English? Will it affect your job or your opportunities? Is it for a goal? Like, do you have a goal that involves better English, or do you want to elaborate on that a little bit or tell us why?
Last time I told you that I'm an English teacher, so um, for those many years I have been trying to level up myself, but it's really difficult, and I think uh, my English is just stops. My English stops at the reading part, and so it's really hard for me to improve my spoken English. And it's a really good opportunity here in on Hello Talk. And I just know the app for just a month, so I need to take
Yeah.
the opportunity. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I thought you were out of time. I was like, I don't know, is she VIP or not VIP?
Yeah.
Oh, you joined VIP, so we're good.
Yep.
Um, well, and thank you for reminding me. I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon for not recalling some of those details.
You-
But yeah, okay. I know my roommate does the same thing. He's very loud and obnoxious behind me when I'm on live stream, and I'm like, brother, there's like a couple hundred people here. What are you doing? But it's okay. So I understand that. I know the burden of being a professional English teacher that you are, I'm not, and feeling that you're not up to a certain standard. But here's some of the things that you already know that in China it is not common for people to have small talk in your native language, and small talk is very common in places like the United States. So that's more developmental time for our English and for yours. But since you don't normally engage it, now you have to learn the art of small talk and then
yeah.
find other people who will small talk with you.
Yeah.
And it's you have more challenges. Second, is the fact that it's not common for people who live in China who are natives to speak English with each other in public.
Mhm.
It's not normal. And so you don't have that. Like if I were learning Spanish and I had a few friends and we spoke Spanish in public, nobody would think anything of it.
Mhm.
When I spoke Spanish to someone at work the other day, the lady I had been talking with in English was surprised because she didn't expect me to know Spanish. But she wasn't taken back by it. She didn't think, "Oh, that's strange." She was just like,
Mhm.
"Oh, okay." And so those are two things that are kind of working against you because they're not normal. And so Hello Talk is a wonderful place. Your English is very good, by the way. I'm not trying to flatter you or make you feel good about yourself, but your English is good,
Thank you.
obviously. And so to enhance it is something that takes a lot less effort than maybe you realize because you have worked so hard to get your English where it is. your mind thinks if I'm not working hard, I'm not doing the right thing. So
Mhm.
you have to kind of break that concept
Mhm.
because your English and other people I've worked with, you're so very close to the English you want. You're like, it's right there. And if we were to talk for a little bit, I would see some of the areas that we would work on, and they would immediately change all of the words that sound that way, all of the words that sound this way. It would be a quick change, like a upgrade on your iPhone.
Wow, I think
Yeah.
that will happen soon.
Yeah, but in your mind, you think how long it took you to learn English to the point you're at, and you think, this is going to take like 10 years.
No,
But it's not.
I think 1 year
Mm.
maybe a little better, a little bit better.
Yeah, even less. Like if we did if we did a couple sessions together and you did things the way I invited you to do them, you would quickly see the difference and you would realize it. Then you would only have to reinforce it to make it a habit. You would just have to reinforce it. You
Mhm.
know, it goes like this. You make a decision, you have to make that decision over and over again to become a habit, and then you
Mhm.
have to perform the habit enough to become part of your lifestyle. Decisions, habits, lifestyle. That's the
Mhm.
process.
Mhm.
So, a lot of this you're aware of, and I think you could level up. What do you think some of the things are you need? More vocabulary or pronunciation, or what kind of things can you think of right now that
Mm, I'm
you need the
working
most
on the
work on?
pronunciation myself, but I think some common words, like a little, like some give, do, and there are a lot of phrases, and we don't use them very much. So a lot of them, I may don't know how to use them, and if they
Right.
put together, and I don't know the meaning of them, and especially some simple, maybe the 2,000 words, the smallest and the simplest words. So
Mm-mm-mm.
how can I improve that part in daily
Well,
conversation?
well, here's the good news. Your brain already knows. Your brain already knows. You just have to access that. Your brain already knows. Our brains pick up patterns and evaluate things and they know. And I discovered this because when I was having someone read some information for me, read a story, they got to a word and they used a synonym for that word because they didn't know
Okay.
how to pronounce that word. So
Mhm.
their brain already knew the context of what was being said. It
Mhm.
did not recognize the new word, but it replaced it with a completely appropriate synonym and
Mhm.
because it knew the context.
Yeah.
So when they said the word, they said a completely different word and I was like, how did they even get that word that's not even spelled that way? And I came to the conclusion that our brains see the patterns, and then we have to connect with that because our brains are already ahead of us, right? They see things, they know, they patterns, they figure it out. So you just have to connect with that part of it. All of
Mhm.
it is about the final step of connection. And when you're listening to me, I separate all of my words. But when you listen to other speakers, they might merge them
Yeah.
together.
Blend them.
And that, yeah, that adds to the pressure and confusion that you're more comfortable with because you're adjusted to being confused and under pressure. So we want you to become adjusted and acclimatized to experiencing awareness, right? So that you're like, oh,
What
no,
is
that's what they mean.
acclimatized?
Acclimatized is like when you move to a colder area for like when the winter
Oh,
comes, when,
climb. I know the word
like
climb.
no, like climate, like
Climate. I'm a
climate.
climate.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
Acclimatized. Yes.
Okay.
So you and I both know when the winter starts to come, you don't put on all your clothes at one time because you're feeling uncomfortable. You
Mhm.
allow your body to be cold, you put on a little sweater, and you let your body adjust to the
Mhm.
new season that's coming. That's called acclimatization, to
Okay.
adjust to the new environment. So with this, if I work together with someone one on one, they start to see that they are just slightly off. They're not as far off as they think. And if we
Mhm.
work on that one thing, it will like act like a domino effect. Everything
Mhm.
will transition to the new update. So it's really not that hard. I want to encourage you with that. I want to encourage you with that
Thank
that
you.
you're not very far off, especially if you're an English teacher. That tells me someone who has disciplined themselves to an intense curriculum. I
Mhm.
say intense because American English is so complicated and hard, and going from a tonal language to another non tonal language is like climbing Mount Everest. It's a huge deal. It's different worlds completely. It's not
Mhm.
like me learning Spanish or someone Spanish learning Italian. They're so closely related that eventually you see the difference. So I already applaud you, and you've committed yourself to shaping the future generations, which again, that's hero status for me. You're like a hero.
Thank you.
So to be able to show you these small differences is my privilege. It's my honor. So we just need to talk a little bit more so that I can hear some of the things you're challenged with, or if you could give me some examples, like maybe in the future, or if you can think of them now, and I can start to see where your problem is. Like someone who checks your car, I just need to hook up and then
Mhm.
find out where the real challenge is.
Mhm.
So can you think of an example right now when you feel confused, or a phrase or a sentence that might stump you or make you go,
A few
can
days
can you
ago,
think of anything? Mm.
I read I read the Wimpy Kid, and the book the author uses a lot of idioms, I think, and there's a
Oh,
word fall 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 fall
to fall
um,
for something?
to fall for something. Maybe he was
Hmm.
deceived, the
Deceived. He
yeah
was
deceived.
deceived. And he said, I can't believe I fell for that. Or yeah.
Hmm.
So that's an expression. It's more of a phrasal verb, but they're closely related, right? Phrasal verbs are not
Hmm.
literal to be interpreted literally, like turn on the light. You're not turning anything. It's just on or off. So
Hmm.
turn on the light, turn off the light, put on the jacket. Phrasal expressions. I can't believe I fell for that. It means I can't believe I was so easily deceived.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Like if someone were to put a chair out for you and they say, "Here, have a seat," and they pull the chair away.
Yeah.
The first time they tricked you and you're like, "Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Ow, that hurt." And the next time they're like, "Here, have a seat." You're like, "Oh, no, 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 no. I'm not going to fall for that again
Hmm.
because you tricked me last time." So he's saying that he can't believe with his experience and his intelligence that he would believe something so easily that he would become a victim to that
Hmm.
to that yeah. So he fell for it. So idioms are the first step is recognizing that it is idiomatic expression. It's an idiomatic expression, meaning that literally it doesn't make sense. He didn't physically fall down. So you're
Hmm.
like, he fell for something. He didn't fall down. What's going on? So you have to know right away it's an idiom. Then you can recognize idioms if you've heard them before. You can recognize them.
Hmm.
They're really hard to interpret. Sometimes the context reveals the idiom's meaning. Sometimes,
Hmm.
but oftentimes it's confusing because it doesn't make sense. Like if you were to try hard at something and I would say, "Oh, don't worry, you'll figure it out. Remember, there's always more than one way to skin a cat."
Or
You
to
would go,
skin a cat.
"What do they do in America? They're pulling the skin off of cats." Right? And so, but it means there's more than one way to do it, and it's just an idiom we've used forever. I don't know when it was ever okay to take the skin off a cat, but it's an expression, it's well known,
Hmm.
and you know that I'm not talking about hurting animals. It's an expression. So learning to recognize idioms is one phase. That can be done easily. but using idioms is really hard
Mm-hmm.
because you need good timing, you need appropriate application, and you
Mm.
have to say the right meanings of the words. You can't change the words.
Yeah,
Remember
even
when someone,
even the
mm,
plural form or the single form, you can change it.
you can't
Yeah.
change it because it will
Okay.
be different. Like, you know the expression that means good luck when they
Mhm.
say break a
Break
leg?
a leg. Yeah.
Right. It's normally reserved for giving speeches or performances on a stage or in front of an audience. It
Mhm.
means good luck, break a leg. But if you said it wrong and you said, hey, I'll break your legs, people are like, why will you
Yeah.
want to break my legs? Right?
Mm.
So you have to say it proper time with proper timing and context as well as the proper forms of words. So I don't teach people how to use idioms
Mhm.
because it's very complex. It takes an advanced level of English, of comprehension.
Mm.
But I do want them to recognize them because we use a lot of idioms and slang and phrasal verbs. And I want them to recognize those, but I don't encourage people to use them
Mhm.
because when people
Ima-
speak proper English, it sounds so beautiful. It sounds so
Okay.
beautiful. Even with an accent, if you use proper English, and I tell people not even to use contractions like don't, say do not, because it
Mhm.
sounds like a higher level of English when you choose to say both words instead of using the contraction.
Mhm.
So these are little things, but understanding idioms, that's it's necessary to recognize them, but you don't have to use them. You don't have to. You can speak regular English. Yeah.
Mhm. So, uh, today's topic is the phrasal verbs with new words.
Not so much. We're using new words in common phrases. I'll show you
Common
one.
phrases. Okay.
Yeah, and this just happens to be an idiom, but let me go back to some other ones that Candy answered earlier. And I'm going to try to show you on the screen. And this is probably very easy for you, but you'll get the idea of the exercise. It's a precise verb, all right? This is an example. I think I have enough battery now. Yes, 73%. Ready? See if you can read it. I don't know if you're going to be able to read it, but try to.
Mm, I need to think, think about this idea before making a decision.
Absolutely. Um, and sleep on it would be another expression, but they put the word sleep in there in case people were tricked by that. But what else would you say besides think about? Because the other word means the same thing but sounds better.
Think about.
Look it in the list. Look in the list. It's right here. I need
Mm,
to.
a ponder. I need to
Mmm.
ponder.
Yeah. Ponder means think about. So that's a way to level up. Right away, your brain went to think about because that's the more common way of saying it.
Mm.
I need to think about it. I need to think about it before making a decision. And you could say, I need to ponder before making that decision.
So it's a transitive verb or
Oh, you're the English
infant.
teacher. I don't know those things. I don't know
Okay.
the rules. I don't know the titles. Yeah, I don't know any of that. So that's why I always correct people and say I am not an English teacher. In fact, in high school, I should have got an F and I got a D because I was going in the military. My teacher changed the grade so I could get into the military. So all of my English fluency has come because I am a communicator. My brain looks at body language and patterns and facial expressions and tone. It does it automatically. And so a communicator cares about how the person received what I'm saying. We really, really care about that. So we're watching you, not so much directly like
Okay.
that,
Okay.
but
I see.
our brains are picking up what is normal for you, what is not normal for you, whether you understand it or not. Our brains
Okay.
are doing that all the
I'll
time.
put it in another way. Uh,
Hmm.
before I take action, make a decision. I need to ponder the idea or the ponder on.
No, no. Yeah, yeah.
You just need
So
ponder.
Yeah, just need to ponder. You can say those other things and it wouldn't be incorrect. And I'm going by my patterns, mind you. If you know an English rule that contradicts that, then you are the authority on the rules of this language. I don't know. But ponder means to weigh,
Mm-hmm.
like picture two scales. I,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I'm not sure what decision I'm going to make. I need a little more time. I have to ponder.
Mm-hmm.
If I do it, then this will happen. If I do it, then this. If I don't do it, I need more time. I can't make a decision right now.
Mm-hmm. Is there another
Hmm.
word? Contemplate. Is there a word
Yeah.
contempt means the same
Great.
thing?
Let me
Okay.
help you with the syllables. Contemplate.
Oh, contemplate.
Hmm.
Okay.
Contemplate. That's how it's spoken. Contemplate. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you.
So you want to practice, I call it the synonym swap. You want to
Mm-hmm.
practice swapping synonyms with phrases you're very familiar with. The reason why is because how many times have people learned a lot of things and they can't find them? They're in here somewhere. They can't
Mm-hmm.
find them, right? It's like if you moved into a new apartment and your roommate gave you one key and you decided not to put that key on your keychain. You just put it somewhere by itself. And you're
Uh-huh.
looking all over. You're like, I've got my keys, but I don't have that key. Where the heck, right? So when you learn a new word or phrase, you need to put it somewhere so that it's easier for your brain to recognize it and pick it up. So we put them all together. If you just change one word out of a phrase you use all the time, you are much more likely to remember the new word.
Yeah.
So next time you go to say, I'm going to think about it, like, hey, are you ready to make a decision about what I asked you about? You're like, no, I need to think about,
Mm.
I need to ponder it. I need to
Yeah.
ponder it. Talk to me on Monday. I'll give it some
Mm.
thought. You see?
Yeah.
It's
You know
easier
the
to,
way,
to do that.
yeah,
Hmm.
the way we learn English, we see the English words and then we see the Chinese translation. So that's why we cannot change, we cannot use the synonym or use another way to express the word. So that's the
Mm-mm.
problem.
Okay. Well, so knowing the glitch in your learning system that led you to here, like a glitch, like when you're watching the screen and it's
Uh-huh.
glitching, right?
Uh-huh.
Like when there's a bad Wi-Fi or something. So learning the weak part or the area that misdirects you or limits you will help you to retrain your brain. So it's like finding a virus and you immediately
Hmm.
apply the antivirus and the whole problem's gone. So that's great. That's great that you've analyzed it and realized that I'm very impressed with the teaching system in China. I'm incredibly and constantly impressed with the amount of focus of the people of China. You are among the highest focused people consistently that I've ever met because of cultural expectations, performance pressure your whole life, right? Performance pressure. But those who have survived all of that, you have an intense amount of focus. Your studying patterns are normally established by the time you're in high school. And so for you to go to college is no big deal. You're already focused and usually studying that way in high school. So when
Hmm.
you go to college, you're not likely like our students to think, "Oh, I'm finally away from my parents. Let's party. Woohoo!" You're more like, "I need to focus. I need to be at the top of my class. I need to get a really good job." You have this ongoing focus. Now, the side effect is consequently, right, a side effect of that
Uh-huh. Yeah.
is that many people have a performance based identity. They don't think that they're valuable unless they're performing well. So
Hmm.
that's a dysfunction. It's a side effect
Yeah.
of being out of balance. And the Chinese culture doesn't express love that much. They're not very affectionate, like hugs or
Hmm.
reinforcing or encouraging. So there, with every good component, there are normally side effects. And so many people I deal with or interact with, I should say, I try to encourage them and not using empty words to make them laugh or feel good,
Yeah,
but
empty
give
words.
Yeah, I don't want to use empty words because I like to be friends with people. And if I'm your friend, I won't deceive you with empty words, right? So I try to give real feedback, and then they feel encouraged and help them to see that they are valuable whether they succeed or not. Every person is so incredible to me. Every single person to me is like finding a treasure and figuring out, how to unlock that treasure. So that's what we do. But yeah, you can see you already feel more comfortable here. You're not sweating. You're not worried about it, right? You're not nervous
Yeah.
because your senses are telling you that this is genuine, that our interaction is genuine. I don't even, I'm not even focused on the audience. I don't even know what the numbers are. I'm
Mhm.
glad they're here, but hi, Raiani. We've talked so many times in the chat, but my focus is whomever's on stage, right? I need to affect change with you or help you to discover something. That's my focus. And sometimes I'll have two or three people on stage, but often it's only two people because I can't. Think about the third person when I'm working with the other two, so I can't really do three. But does that make sense? The things I'm sharing with you, the
Yeah.
process for enhancing.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. So, given all of that information, you have some idea of how to correct yourself now?
Yeah. So I
All right.
can use the uh, uh, a level uh, up level words to say the same thing.
Yes, yes. Yeah, and I say that because it is a slang expression that's being accepted, but to level up or to move to the next level or to enhance or grow and develop, right? You don't want to stay still, right? You're a teacher. You want people to
Mhm.
keep growing and learning, right? Stay in the river of life. Don't get into the swamp, right? Where everything dies. Um, So for you, I would recommend. I don't hear any. I don't hear any pronunciation problems. Like I don't hear any dominating accent when you're talking, which is great because you've neutralized a lot of your accent on your
I
own.
try. Yeah.
So I mean,
But
I mean for your goals. Go ahead.
today I have one sound, one pronunciation I found really difficult. When the OW sound make ow and you add n at the end of it, and for example, sit down, and I think I'm a um, perfectionist, so I want to improve that part. For example, drown, he was drowned.
Right,
Did
right,
you
and
notice?
yeah. Sometimes you have to teach your face muscles how to say something differently than you do in your native language. So realize that, guys, when I don't know, there's hundreds of muscles in your face, and they
Mm-hmm.
have to cooperate with your teeth and your tongue and your lips and all of that.
Mm,
So when you're trying to pronounce words that are not common sounds in your native language, give yourself a break. Give yourself a break because they're not something your mouth is familiar with. So you have to take it like a baby and you have to walk it. Sometimes you have to exaggerate the sound so that your brain gets the idea that you're going to cause these muscles to cooperate with each other. And you have to reinforce that. And when I invite people to practice something like that, like for you, you're already doing it well, but like a TH sound or a V and the W sound in your native language is conflicting. You need to take the time in front of the mirror. Look at yourself, engage your eyes, maybe even touch your face to engage your brain. Like, why is he touching his face? What's going on? And then exaggerate the sound. If you do that like every time you wash your hands, because you're supposed to spend 20 or 30 seconds washing your hands anyway, so
yeah.
you're in front of a mirror, and then go ahead and do it slowly. But oftentimes, Maggie, people are in a hurry. They think they understand. They'll say it quickly. So the first two times they'll say it right, and the other
Mm-hmm.
8 times they'll say it the old way.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of helping them, it reinforces the old way. And I'm like, please, please go slowly. Please go slowly. So you're not going to get there quickly by effort. You're going to get there quickly by accuracy. Accuracy. Just go slow. Just go
Mm-hmm.
slow. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Let me see if you know this one, teacher. Oops. Okay.
It's a little bit
Is it fuzzy or
the.
blurry? I'm sorry.
I think my eyesight is really bad. The company faced a financial crisis, and they had to lay off several employees. On the other hand, as a result, nevertheless, just ABC, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a result,
Oh, I have the answer there.
no, I didn't see the answer. It's okay.
Oh, good.
I didn't read. I didn't read
Oh,
the under part.
everybody's writing B, like, yeah, of course. They're laughing. Okay, Marco, sorry. You guys are funny. Ratyani's laughing too. But that's great. That's good integrity, Maggie. But yeah, as a result, the company faced a financial crisis. As a result, they had to lay off several employees. So using these connective words, right? These are linking and transition words. You
Mm-hmm.
have to consider the other half of the information before you choose it. But you did that very well. And this series of practices that I had for today, once you see the pattern, you guys will ponder the
Mm.
meaning. Once you see, the strategy,
Mm-hmm.
then you
Yeah.
will consider things differently.
Yeah. Um, I teach teenagers. Most of them are
Oh,
high school
I'm
students. So,
sorry. I'm so sorry.
so,
Are you okay?
so, so a lot of them need logic. I think you know the two sentence and the connection word, the connecting words, uh, is kind of there is a logic there. So I may use that kind of strategy.
Yes, I mean, you already know, Maggie, I've explained to people that there's a big difference between teachers and professors. A big difference, not just in how much education or what environment they work at, but teachers I respect more, actually. Teachers have the responsibility to make an atmosphere of learning where people feel safe, and then they have to unlock each person. They have to find each person's key to unlock them because teachers create an environment where the students discover the answer. And when they feel they've discovered the answer, they own it. They remember
Mm-hmm.
it.
Mm-hmm.
It's more powerful. It takes more time and effort and stress to be a teacher. Professors are paid more usually because they've gone to more college and they profess, which means they just put information out there. It's up to the student to grab it. So professors don't have the same responsibility. They don't have to create an atmosphere. They don't have to make a connection. They just have to profess. Teachers have to teach by creating an environment where learning happens. So the teachers don't learn somebody. That's improper English and it's not accurate. The teachers create an environment where people learn. So it's a much higher calling, in my opinion. It takes a lot more of a person with an education, but of the person. So again, guys, this is not flattery. I'm not trying to fluff up Maggie. I'm just saying
Mm-hmm.
that teachers are the ones that help shape the future generations in a very difficult way. So, yes, you may have unlocked a different approach for your students given their ability to intellectualize and to evaluate things. Hopefully, you'll get them to engage because if they
Yeah.
can see the pattern, then they don't have to know all of the words there are. They can see the pattern and go, that's what I would normally choose. But that word is different, ponder instead of think about. That
Mm-hmm.
means the same thing, but it sounds better. I think
Mm-hmm.
I'll use ponder. Yeah, they can figure that out.
Yeah. I
Cool,
kind
cool,
of
cool.
understand your uh, theme of today's live stream. So it's really
Good.
important to find the synonym, the antonym, so they can use different ways to express the sentence or the meaning.
Yeah, variety is key. Communication is losing the battle around the world because of social media. Social media is isolating people. It's not connecting them. It's isolating them. It's not giving them more intellectual transformation. It's just giving them information. So information without the work, it's like it's like going to the surgeon and having them put muscles in you.
Mm-hmm.
You might have the look, but you don't have the performance. So, in order to get the look because of performance, it takes discipline and consistency. In order to get the intelligence, it takes searching and learning how to search or how to ponder or weigh the things that you know. That is developing your intellect. As a world, in large, because of the internet, we're becoming less intelligent, guys. I'm not trying to insult anyone from any country,
Yeah.
but the internet is bringing things to you. If you use a calculator, do you become better at math?
No, of course not.
If you learn the basics of math and the teacher forces you to do it longhand on paper, then you use a calculator. It may facilitate getting you the answer quicker with your intelligence. So
Yeah.
the proper context is important. So the internet being used by a doctor would help that doctor to conclude things faster. But an internet used by a college student only cripples them. It makes them handicapped. It makes them dependent upon the source, and it doesn't develop their process. So the end result is they have the certificate that says they finished college, but they don't retain anything.
Yeah.
So we're doing that a lot in our country, and I pray your countries are not doing it. I pray you have enough culture and consciousness to resist those kinds of things because that's what's happening. People are becoming dumber even though they have more qualifications. It's weird. It's like living in a bad movie. Anyway, so Maggie, if you or your students ever come from China to the US and they retain their focus, they will immediately realize that they are much higher than the average student. Immediately. It's like night and day. So when I go by the medical college campuses, when I'm on the bus or when I'm going by, I see a large amount of Asian, often Chinese students. And they're doing way better than everyone else. And they're even having fun because they can operate at a lower level than they're used to and still do better than our students. It's crazy. It's crazy. And again, I'm not flattering China and I'm not pointing you out if you're from another country. Chances are you're probably doing the same thing because it matters to you. Your family's depending on it. You want to make them proud. You have a culture. You've refined your study techniques. So it could apply to you guys as well. I've just worked with China the longest. So I can say these general statements comfortably because I've experienced it time and time and time again. And it's like, wow, wow. So anyway, yeah, serious. Yeah. Okay. I'm staying warm, guys, but it's kind of cold in here. Maggie, do you have any other questions? You can have questions for me that are off topic. It's okay. I really want to help you take some things away from this time together, so you feel like it was worth your time.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you a lot. I think I'm okay. If I
Okay.
have a question, I can message you.
Please do. Please do. So very few people do that. So very few people do that. So I'm not under a mountain of deep questions. So few people actually use that resource to connect with me and ask me questions. So please do.
And I want to say today I had two lessons in two classes in the morning, and both class I used the I think it's the way I show them the new words and I ask them to make a whole sentences with the new words, and it really gives me a good feedback that it is efficient, effective way to teach. and
It's really good, Maggie.
yeah,
And you
and
can.
they can make sentences using their own um, comfort comfortable words, and um, they can make the classroom full of laughing. So
Good,
it's
good.
kind of easy going, and also it is a fun way to learn.
Those are the things that really energize a teacher like you because you feel like you made a difference. You've made a
Thank you.
difference. All of your work. No, I mean I understand it. That's your fuel. You're a passionate person. You've dedicated a lot of time, not just to please your family, not just to be in a field that's acceptable or honorable, but the reason teachers become burned out is because they don't have that feedback, or sometimes the schooling system forces them into a mechanical role instead of allowing them to implement things that really help those students. And so it's unfortunate. Sometimes, many times they're overloaded. They put way too many
Yeah,
students per
yeah.
teacher.
Overloaded,
Way.
overloaded students.
And the expectation is still very high. And so teachers who are passionate like you are forced to do things mechanically to satisfy the curriculum. And they feel drained because they're not able to make the connections they want to. They don't have time. Many times they don't have time because the burden of accomplishing the task is so high. And the parents and it seems like the parents and the school do not value or appreciate what it takes to fuel a teacher. It's not more money, although teachers should make a lot more money. It's it's just the ability to be the artist that they are. Teachers are like artists. They need time. Some students take more time. Some classrooms take more time. And if the schools would let you do that, you would probably discover much better ways to impact the students as you accomplish the curriculum.
Mhm.
But sometimes they say, we don't have time. You need to get these students through in this amount of time, and they need to have this high grade average, or you're not a good teacher. It's not accurate. It's not accurate. So I do applaud you, Maggie, for as long as you decide to teach, because inevitably, inevitably,
Mm.
the system will try to burn you out because they don't really care about the beauty of a teacher. They care about accomplishing the curriculum. Most countries are that way. So you have to find your niche, and you can't
Mm.
afford to just teach two students in private tutoring, even though it can pay well. You
Mhm.
can't, you can't often make the cut for private schools. But I will tell you this: even private schools with smaller classes have higher expectations
Yeah.
because they're paying
So
extra money. So
so
it's
I changed my mindset, and I lowered my expectation. So and I slowed my pace. So it's better.
mm, yeah, make the connection when you can. And if teachers can have a spouse that works, that helps a little bit because many times the teachers can be more passionate with the lower paying environments. Um,
Hmm.
because,
I can
whether it's
see.
working, yeah, but they can't make enough money to survive if they're by themselves. So
Hmm.
yeah, I really do respect what you're doing. I know you have I know you have those moments where you've really made a difference and it feels great. And hopefully you have more of those.
Yeah.
And you still have to do the machine part, but hopefully you'll make enough difference to feel satisfied, Maggie.
Thank you. So
Yeah, absolutely.
should I off stage?
If you want to, you can, or I can add somebody. Whatever you want to do, it's up to you. I don't have an agenda. In fact, we're in overtime, but I think I want to see something real quick. Maybe you can meet her with me. Oh, she left already. She tends to do. Look at all these people. Oh, those are gifts. Hold on a second. I was looking at the wrong thing. Let me look for Lily. Look at all these hands raised. Are you kidding? Oh, that's the audience. I pushed the wrong button. I was like, there's like 700 people. I see you, Maggie Safedi. Have you met Safedi yet?
No.
Safidi is really cool. Safidi, welcome to stage and meet Maggie. I talked with Safidi once, and
Yeah. And
she's
I
trying to level up her English. Mm.
and I if I see her and I can go off stage and I need to mm,
Oh, you have something to do. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Okay, I understand, Maggie. Thank you.
no.
See you later.
Eh,
Yeah, hello
Okay.
Sophie.
Hello.
See ya. See ya.
Okay, Maggie, thank you. 谢谢，再见。
谢谢你。
啊，不客气。
OK，
Okay, there we go. Hi, Safidi. How are you?
Hi, Mr. Johnathan. I'm pretty good, thank you.
Good. Did you go shopping?
Yes,
Did you? What did you get?
I'll buy the creed airtime. I don't know what does it mean in English, but airtime, I don't know.
What do you use it for? What is it used to make? Oh, what happened? Maybe she lost her connection? That was quick, huh, guys? I think maybe she lost her connection or or she was out of time. I'm not sure. Let me see something, guys. Empty, I see you raised your hand. Can you tell me in the chat why you chose that name?
Hi. Hi,
Hi,
nice to meet
how are
you.
you?
Uh
Nice to meet you too.
I'm good. It's Friday night. I'm so relaxing.
Oh, oh, good. Yeah, oh, it is Friday night. That's right. It's Friday
Yeah.
morning here. It's only
Uh-huh.
6:30 in the morning here. The sun is not even coming up yet here in
Oh.
California. Not yet.
Yeah,
It's
you
very
you you,
cold.
you you get up so early.
I have to because I'm connected to China.
Nice. Yeah, in China there's an old saying, getting up early is very good for your health.
I like it. I've always been someone who enjoys waking up. Um, and many years ago, I started working with China on this app. And
Uh-huh.
then um, when they gave me live stream ability, I considered it a big privilege because it was hard to become a live streamer when they first opened it. They
Yeah.
wanted your proof of teaching credentials. They wanted all of this stuff, and I don't have any of it. So when I asked them to reconsider and they did, I was so excited. I'm thinking, wow, I'm able to live stream into China that is very protective of its
Mhm.
people. And so I still consider it a big honor, even though they opened it up to a lot of other hosts. Um, and I committed. I committed at that time to serve you guys, and it's been
Mhm.
very rewarding. I've seen so many people grow and become
Yeah.
aware. And so, yeah. What do you do, or why do you want to learn English, more English?
Um for my work, because I'm working in a international company, so I have to have meetings with foreigners. When my function, my department is kind of is about operational. Yeah,
Hmm.
we need to conduct a project. So we need to communicate with people to talk about the project progress and to
Wow.
align some works with many
Hmm.
departments. So
Wow.
it's very important to have a good English level.
Sure. I can imagine. There's a lot of details that you have to express, and words are powerful. To use the right word is not only um, enjoyable, but it can be very important in the details of something like you do. And
Yeah.
it can also tell people whether you're credible or not, right? So if
Yes.
you can't speak, I tell people if you speak English with slang and a accent, you sound incapable and uneducated. But if you speak proper English, even with an accent, you sound capable and intelligent. So impressions are very important. And if you have an appropriate wide range of vocabulary, even if you have an accent, you're considered credible. And obviously, on the projects you're talking about, they want to feel that the people are credible and
Yes.
understand them. Yeah, so
Yeah.
absolutely. That's a big deal.
Yes, but at the first place, I always felt very shy to speak out uh, in the online meeting. But uh, I overcame myself, I overcame myself and become more brave to speak loud.
Hmm. Yeah, like you're courageous, you're bold now, you feel empowered and confident. When confidence goes up, fear has to go down. They're connected like this.
Mm,
So many people stay afraid and they don't use their courage, which can be small. They don't use their courage to push them into an experience. Or they have an experience and it doesn't go perfectly well, and they let it build their fear instead of learning from it and then letting it build their confidence.
mm.
So you've chosen to use those experiences to build your confidence. Good job. Everybody, if you're not taking notes in the audience, I don't know what's going on. You should be taking notes because this is a great example of what I always tell you guys about is to push yourself. Like courage
Yeah,
kind of pushes you. And
yeah,
then once you engage, you realize it's not as scary as you thought and you learn from it. And the next time it comes up, you're like, not the most comfortable, but it's okay. I'm not going to die. And you jump into it more willingly,
yes,
right? And then as
yeah,
people get to know you, they realize that you are intelligent, you are capable. They just need to wait for you to pick certain words and they become more patient with you. And that's important. That gets you over the hump. And after that, you're like, what was I so afraid of? I can't believe I was so afraid. So, yeah, good deal. That's a
yeah.
good pattern. So, you're going to enjoy your weekend, or do you have to think about things all weekend so you're prepared for Monday? Are you worried about Monday, or are you able to enjoy your weekend?
Um, I usually enjoy my weekend, but this time I'm kind of afraid of next Monday because we'll have a team meeting on next Monday morning. I
Mm.
I have to prepare my presentation, so maybe I have to do some overtime job on my weekend to
Okay.
to 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 prepare some slides. Yeah.
Okay. Can I help you with one connecting word that could change the way you sound a lot? Can I help
Yeah,
you?
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Because this is a word